Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and this is Big Discussions 76 Sports. First of all, please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Well, I'm back with another NBA bubble playoffs video. I did not expect to shoot this video when I woke up, but I was thinking about this game, and I just thought that, I should shoot something on it. People were talking about it all over social media last night and in my Facebook network, and I had two buddies, two rabid, passionate Laker fans who I've had a rivalry with all year long because I've been rooting for the Clippers. They really dug in yesterday after Luka Doncic's game winner, and they were really rubbing it in. Excuse me. They were really rubbing it in and really painting this doomsday scenario about how bad the Clippers are and about how Kawhi blew it, and Luka's playing on a bad leg and he hit that shot, and Kawhi blew it, and one Facebook friend went live afterwards, and so I just wanted to shoot a quick offering on this. I'm supposed to get ready to go somewhere, and I gotta hit the road shortly to head back to my hometown of Buffalo, and for my birthday on Tuesday. So I'm just gonna make this quick, and so I'm gonna start off by saying that I'm gonna be honest and transparent in that I didn't see the game. I was treated to lunch yesterday by a friend for my birthday, and so afterwards I went to the park and sat outside and just got some fresh air. And then my two buddies, the two rabid Laker fans, started texting me about the Clippers game, and I said, "Oh boy, the game is on." I knew the game was coming on Sunday, but I didn't know it was going to come on early. I'm used to the games coming on at 9 o'clock. And so, at that point, I think it was third quarter, and I'm looking at the box score right here. At the end of the first quarter, the Clippers were up 34-24, and then, they were up 34-24. Dallas scored 34 points in the second quarter to the Clippers 32, and then Dallas exploded for 35 points in the third quarter to the Clippers 19, and then the Clippers exploded in the fourth quarter to score 36 points to Dallas's 28 to take the game to overtime, and then Dallas scored 14 points in the fourth quarter to the Clippers 12, and the game was won on Luka Doncic's three-pointer. I was looking at my phone, looking for the updates, and just waiting to talk trash back to my buddy and say, yeah, the Clippers are up 3-1. And then the phone updated 135-133. So I was like, all right, here it comes. And then sure enough, they didn't disappoint. So I'm just going to go over the box score here, or should I say the point totals. It looks like, 135 and 133, that's a lot of points. So both teams had pretty healthy offensive outputs in that game, in game 4. Kawhi Leonard scored 32 points. Ivica Zubac scored 15. Lou Williams scored 36, and Reggie Jackson scored 14. So the Clippers had 4 players in double figures. What's interesting is Paul George only had 9. And I think that's something that people are looking at because Paul George was brought in, or should I say, I think that the hope for Paul George signing was that he would be the number 2 and Kawhi Leonard would be the number 1. So you'd have your solid number 2, your solid number 1, your solid number 2. Lou Williams would fall in somewhere after that. And then, you throw in Montrezl Harrell, and they added Marcus Morris towards the end of the season, you don't really expect to get a lot of scoring production out of what's his name, Joakim Noah. But saying all this to say, you were expecting at the beginning of the season to get solid production from Paul George throughout, and it doesn't look like they're getting that. Now, looking at this box score, I don't see Patrick Beverley here, which suggests that he did not play. Again, I didn't see the game, and Patrick Beverley is probably their best defensive player. So that's a huge absence for them, and I'm going to come back to defense at the end of this short discussion. So going over to the Mavericks side, Tim Hardaway Jr. scored 21. Luka Doncic scored 43. Trey Burke scored 25. So it turns out both Trey Burke and Tim Hardaway Jr. both went to Michigan. Go Blue. So two of my Michigan players are really putting up numbers against the team that I'm rooting for. Okay, so Tim Hardaway Jr. 21, Luka Doncic 43, Trey Burke 25, Seth Curry 15, and Boban Marjanovic scored 10. So they had five players in double figures. Okay, so just looking at that, they had they had more offensive production. And so what I did see in terms of footage, I saw the last play of the game, and I saw it on Twitter, and people were talking about this in my Facebook network, and this is probably what my buddy meant when he said the Clippers, when he said Kawhi blew it. It looks like Kawhi was guarding Luka Doncic on that last play when the ball was inbounded, but a screen was set and Kawhi switched off and Reggie Jackson took Luka Doncic. Now, Luka Doncic, as my buddy Jason Rowe, I interviewed Jason Rowe on my channel maybe a couple of weeks ago. Jason played in Europe, and he was on a panel with a guy named Damone Daniels and Dennis Wilson over in my Facebook network. And so Jason had a lot of experience. He has a lot of experience with European players, and he was talking about how Luka, he's not the quickest guy, but he's got height and he's got skill. And so Luka, put the ball through his legs and, put a dribble move on, and then he stepped back and he hoisted up his three-pointer with good form and follow through. And it looked like Reggie Jackson was able to contest the shot, but Luka was able to create enough space between Reggie and himself so he could get a good look and he could get the shot off. And he got off a good shot. Let's see, Reggie Jackson is 6'3". Luka Doncic is 6'7". So he's got 4 inches on him. Yeah. So Luka Doncic was able to create some space and get his shot off. He's a skilled player, and he hit a good shot. I thought the defense was decent, but he had the skill to put the ball on the floor and get the shot off. And plus Kawhi switched. And when I watched that play, I was thinking, you would have wanted a taller player on Luka Doncic. So having a 6'3" player trying to guard him on that, and it was a tough shot. It was a 3-pointer from 45 degrees, close to the baseline, or close to the sideline. So it was a good shot, and I just want to emphasize that. But I think when Doc Rivers goes back to look at the tape, I'm hoping he realizes that, okay, on a play like that, we need a taller guy on Luka Doncic, and we can't switch off like that. So you want Kawhi. How tall is Kawhi? Let's go check this. Yeah, Kawhi is 6'7". Kawhi is the same height as Luka Doncic. So if Kawhi had squared up with him and contested the shot versus Reggie Jackson, it would have been a harder shot. So, but I'm going to end with the scoring totals. So, we know that today NBA teams are putting up a lot of points, kind of like in the NFL. They've legislated it so that a lot of contact is not allowed. I am a 80s, 90s kid, so I'm used to seeing, or I was used to seeing tough, physical NBA playoff basketball. The Detroit Pistons, the New York Knicks, even the Lakers and the Celtics were physical. Bodies were flying and hitting the floor. There were no uncontested layups, the Jordan rules, all those things. But now scoring is the thing, and everyone can shoot from your point guard out to your stretch 4 and your stretch 5. And so looking at this and seeing Dallas play, if Doc Rivers can't get Patrick Beverley back, and even if he does, Dallas has shooters all over the place. So it's going to be hard. He's going to have to come up with some way to slow them down. And I don't know if they'll be able to do that. So however many games, there are 3 games left. Each of the 3 games following this game may end up being track meets just like this, going down to the last second. And the Clippers had to battle back into this one. I was surprised when I was at the park looking at my phone. I was surprised to see them pull forward and go into overtime. I was glad to see it, and I was hoping they'd pull it out. But it could be that every game in the series is going to be a track meet like this. So it may come down to the last shot in every game. And that's assuming that the Clippers have the mental fortitude to pull themselves off the mat after a game winner like that. So now we're going to get to see who the true Clippers are. And playoff basketball is very much mental. Can you beat a team 4 times? And that's the key. I was while everyone was celebrating and laughing it up about the Mavericks win and Luka's hero shot, I told everyone, and I told my 2 rabid Laker fan buddies, it's the NBA playoffs. It's not the NCAA tournament. The teams must win 4 games to win the series. So the Clippers have to figure something out if they want to advance to the second round. Again, scoring a lot of points is the norm now. And even if the Clippers get Patrick Beverley back, Doc Rivers has to figure out some way to slow the Mavericks down. And that might not be possible. So, the rest of this series may be a track meet. Well, it probably will be a track meet and a, who's going to get the last shot. So it may come down to who gets the last shot and vice versa. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. This was a last minute offering. And thank you for listening to Big Discussions 76 Sports. Please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.